let's wait for.
Very strong cover.
Ghana politics no ensembebri ena ekoso ewom ade bechi MPP ayese ade bechi NDC ayese NDC force we de na ye MPP force omonso de na ye why de na ye enuti ena the Punch TV aba say Ghana politics ni nyina no de ekoso ewo man Ghana mu nyina no ye de ni nyina e de ebrew ewo eye channel ye so message so be subscribe to your YouTube channel na Facebook like video yi e de amame Shäme ma afofo enya bi hwe na fa o comment nso bra e wo comment section ho e ma me video bi e koso politics mu nsensem bi e koso sisiei aba betodwa mayenko ne yenkonkotie ensem no embra
yes, you know, always greeted because she is a relation to President Kufuor, and yet when Kufuor didn't govern well, she stood up more than those people who are not relations and just concentrated on feeding fat on the public purse, only the benefits they got. But so if people look beyond relations, she showed us that, listen, I can't keep quiet because my relation is the president. What is bad, whether under my relation or a different person. Okay. And that's how come we are comforted that she's in the Council of State. So JM will be assured of honest advice. Candid, no holds barred, right? Yeah, government check, Kentucky take you through the second. Yeah, good morning. As usual, thank you very much for standing up in the Sicily Adapa matter. We hope we get justice.
Right.
And Domahini, thank you very much also for standing up when a lot of chiefs were quiet.
Okay. Well, I'll still stay with you because when you petitioned together with Engineer Dr. Kenashigbe on this Akunta mining matter, right? The CID, the previous CID boss gave an update. But what is the current state of affairs? Has the CID given any further update specific to that Akunta mining case?
No. So the last update we got is almost 2 years. The last meeting face-to-face we had with her was it's almost 2 years, this March, right? Yes, because the whole of last year, no meeting. It was a year before, sometime around June or July or so, that we got a meeting. And that was it. Subsequently, last year, 1 year on, we wrote a reminder that, can we meet, see how the case is progressing. No, she didn't honor us with an invitation. It's not an honor. She didn't want to do the work. That's for Sina and Kofi. You see, she's been sent to the Winneba police training school in Winneba. That's good. No, because I'm a public officer. Galamse, that's a chairman Wuntumi case, Akunta mining, right? Everybody saw it. Abu Jinapo is on record to have said they didn't give Akunta mining any license to enter the Tano Nimri Forest. Martin Isi, chief executive of the Minerals Commission, also says they didn't do so. The Forestry Commission people. These individuals are on record. Viewers, if you Google now, you will see it. And yet, look at all the distraction Akunta mining did, and Ando Kofi and IG Dampari would not progress this case. I'm here informally. Maybe we can make that public. So for now, let's say we are making efforts to engage the Attorney General. This case will have to go to court because there are too many videos. You know, Erasmus Asaridonko did it. We added the videos. You will see the distraction. You will see Akunta mining branded vehicles, and Chairman Wontumi is not running away from that.
Well, so there's a new CID boss, this COP Lydia Yakodonko. What will be your demand of her?
Well, so it is just to say to her that she should not be following that despicable statement made by the former president in Koforidua. When I asked her what he was doing about Akunta mining, he lied to the state and said that Akunta mining was not involved in Galamsey as we speak. So I am praying that the current CID boss, my brother, the IGP, and then His Excellency the President, the Attorney General, they need to take this case to court. Not only that, currently, the NDC MP for our win has been accused by his traditional council of being involved in Galamsey.
The NDC MP?
The NDC MP. The NDC constituency chairperson for Axim has been accused by a large-scale miner of being involved in Galamsey. My plea to His Excellency the President, the same way that he ordered investigation into the National Service case is the same way he should openly order investigations into these two cases and other politically exposed people who are involved in it. And also make sure that the Akunta mining case is dealt with. On the 4th of July, 2024, in Kempinski Hotel, he stated that he was not going to allow the kingpins to be involved in it. Not only that, he's gone further now to issue a directive that if you belong to his party, you cannot be engaged even in illegal mining. That is a good thing to do. He needs to follow it. The elephant in the room, the reason why we are at this point of existential extinction, is the politically exposed people who are involved in Galamsey. And currently, a lot of them are giving this current minister for lands and natural resources. And I'm sure my brother as well, they are giving him the challenge. Unfortunately, the politicians, you know what they've done?
Tell me.
In 2016, 2017, there was a criminal transition between the NDC who were mining there in 2016 and the MPP in 2017. Now in 2024 and 2025.
See a criminal transition.
Yes. The Galamseyers, not the parties themselves, but the Galamseyers who were using to say, oh, my party is in power. Then it was the NDC in 2016. Then when 2017 party changed hands, then they said me to me, Abba. So then they took over.
NDC Galamsey operators transited.
Yes, the MPP took it over. They took it over from there. That one, it was not just normal transition. They took it over and said, yeah, by Abba. So they decided that now they were the ones doing it. Most of them might not even be politicians, but they use that tag. But in 2024, 2025, it is worse.
What do you mean?
Now what has happened is that they have done a measure.
So
yes, what has happened is that now the NDC people say it is my government that is in power. But you know what the MP people have done? They've gone behind them. So they've merged. So now the NDC people who claim that their party is in power, they might have 70% of the booty. And then these MPP criminals who were then doing it before, I'm sure my Bible will say they've not been declared by any court. They are suspected criminals.
Which is indeed.
They are suspected criminals. They have now joined hands because they might have had the excavators and all of those things there. So they've joined hands and they've taken over them. Even some of the community mining, which was supposed to be some legal form that did not have a policy document that we told the past government about. You go back into it, the people who are fronting it have changed. And I'm telling you this based on experience. When we started the media coalition against Galamsey, when we started it, and the president did the honorable thing of saying he was prepared to put his presidency on the line, and we started fighting it. As you go on the ground, you then started seeing the NDC people on the ground say, we told you, these people, they've come, and they want to take your jobs from you. So 2017, 2018, 2019, things were happening. As we were going to go close to the election, and the MPP saw the elections coming, then you saw the MPP people starting to turn around. And that is when you saw the police, the withdrawing of the military from Operation Vanguard and all of that. Then the MPP people took over. And then from then on, the thing then went down. So if His Excellency wants to deal with this, if he wants to lighten the burden of my brother Muntala and the Honorable Kofi Boa and the people who he has given, and I can tell you that there's refreshing change, that you are beginning to see these people act not only act, but also say the things that they're doing, then he needs to deal with the political class who are exposed. So when the Speaker of Parliament tells you that there are some MPs who are involved in it, he knows what he's talking about. He gets security briefings. When you have the situation when the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources went into Parliament and was talking and was giving them a report, and then you have the MP for one of the constituencies tell him that he will be getting pressure not only from his side but also their side. He's telling you what the truth is. The politically exposed people are the people who are fueling this. And unfortunately for us, you know what has happened? The firefighters have become the arsonists. The people who we have selected to be our fire service, they are now the people going around setting the fire.
Who are those exactly?
Oh, they are the politically exposed people.
I see.
They are the rich people. They are the kingpins that His Excellency John Mahama mentioned that he would go after. He was going to grant amnesty to the people who are caught in the pit. And that are all the people that are arrested. The current Minister for Lands, he was asked when he mentioned that about 70-something or 60-something people have been arrested. And he was asked, how many of those 60-something have influential people? No. You won't get them. It is all the young boys who themselves are victims that you find. The people who own the excavators, minimum cost for an excavator, it's around $200,000. You think, Alfred, you and I, our local salaries would be able to afford 200? It is the rich people. You remember there was a time, there was a guy, Bronzy, when we started the fight. I was MD of Graphic then.
Yeah.
There was a video that he did and said, you, President Anado, you want to come and spoil this thing, you know, but he, and that one, we petitioned, the police that have been disappointed on us today. Well, we petitioned the IGP then. You know what the police wrote to us? They wrote back to us and said they don't know where Bronzy One is. We should come and show them where they are.
They told you that?
The IGP that I forgot what his name was. When I was managing director of graphics in 2018, that petition that we did against Bronzy that they should go and arrest him because he was actually threatening the commander-in-chief that he cannot come and stop Galamsey. They give the people 80 cedis, 100 cedis a day, and then he sleeps in his gun. Those times when he's moving, he moves in convoy. But the police said, me, Kenneth, I should be ordinary man. I'm the one to go and show them how to arrest Bronzy One. The police, for new IGP has talked about the fact that he's going to declare war. We believe that's the way to go. He should mark the talk with action.
Well, but you heard the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, together with Dr. Mutala here, give an update on the fight so far. 7 out of 9 forest reserves reclaimed, and 100 excavators impounded. And by the way, I'll find out from you later what is going to be happening to those excavators and all the others that he talked about. Is this the kind of progress that you expected, or to the extent that the demands of LI 2462 being repealed are there, a lot more is expected of this minister?
So actually, I am the first person to say there's been some refreshing change. I am the first person to say that the current Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, his heart is in the right place. He wants to do the right thing. Not only is he saying the right things, he's actually doing the right things. So the issue about sending military into these places, reclaiming some of the places, the issues about wanting to revise the licensing, now that the president has appointed the DC and MCs, we're going to start seeing that the decentralization of the licensing and the fact that in the local communities they are going to be handling it. The fact that he's engaging the minister, the attorney general, and the CJ to get the specialized courts, the courts that we were told by the past government that they had some that we never saw which cases they handled. Now those are going to be activated. To some extent, the water guard near that one, I'm not too sure. I think, as the props people would say, why you're doing here and that one is Dofata. I'm not too sure that's important the way, but there are a lot of things that he's doing. But unfortunately, with all those things that he's doing, my brother has put a spokes in his wheel. This by I'm not repealing, revoking the LI as the president promised us.
Dr. Mutala has...
Yeah, Dr. Mutala, that LI don't put it at the doorsteps of the Minister for Lands. It's not. It's the EPA, it's the Environment LI. So that one, you see, His Excellency, this is the president. that promised that e-levy was going to go in 100 days. You know how many days e-levy went? It moved from a political promise to become a budget statement, to become a bill in parliament, to be assented. 80 days. Yes. This is His Excellency the President who has done that. This is a president who said he was going to do oral and has done it. So how come this our president who said he's going to revoke LI now is telling us that it's going to be amended? And so, and that for me is one of the biggest blots, because you see that LI is a bad law. It's a bad law. It's a terrible law. It's a law that is built on nothing. Good enough. It is the intention is good. The intention of the law is to ensure that the likes of Newmont, Chirano, the bauxite mine, who've been mining since like 2005. If you go into some of the areas that Newmont has mined and they have reclaimed in Achim area, you will not even recognize that mining has happened there. So the intention is to be able to get the EPA to be able to ensure that those people, when they are mining, the environmental protection things are done. But I can tell you that when the bill was even being, the LI was being considered, things in the LI, if you go into Regulation 4, for example, you know, they were going to respect the guidelines that was in existence. That then allowed that before you go and do mining, you have to start with the Forestry Commission. They would have to tell you whether you go there or not. But unfortunately, they turned that upside down. You will go and see the Minerals Commission, go and see the EPA. You might even have the president, the minister, sign your this thing. Before you go and see the Poor Forestry Commission see you. Who has been, whose appointment, who is under the minister? You think he can be telling you that don't go and mine there? It won't happen. In the past law, the past guidelines dealt with production forest reserves. Production forest reserves are forest reserves that you do logging in. This current law opens it up completely. Then also you have the issues about, you know, when it comes to the under this law, the issues around prospecting and all of that are not in there. So what you do is that people run quickly and go under this law. Look, if you look into Regulation 8 and 9, they go quickly under this law and want to then go and start mining. And you see, so we've turned everything upside down. And the
I was saying, and some no and the hono so what to be MPP for no at the end some no more can CPP at the end so and I'm on chain NDC for so more abai and a was so the omope and or more a year and answer a year and no any equity at the buyer. Message also subscribe to the Point TV at the Amaye. Share my for for comment bra. Na fe so no dear Kosubiano, Chrewadjene, Efa hon Emma yen.